There is definitely a level of beef brewing in the air because of a commitment that went down today in the women's basketball world. Today, it was announced Londynn Jones out of UCLA, the 5'4" diminutive point guard out of UCLA, is not even going to leave the city of Los Angeles. Londynn Jones announced today that she is heading to USC. And I got a few thoughts on this decision, but don't believe me? Here you go. That is her Instagram page. She announced it via Instagram. She also, it was told to ESPN, but she has decided best of both worlds, LA, I'm still here. Some of the comments finally on the right side of LA. Let's go. Welcome to the real LA. Blase, blase. Now I'm a new USC fan, which means you weren't actually a fan. I don't even know what that means. Um, but let's talk about that. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We're talking facts over feelings here. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on this transfer decision. But let's dig a little deeper into this decision because we got to understand something here. This is like transferring from Florida to Florida State to Florida. This is what I'm know. This is what I know. This is maybe Auburn, Alabama. It's something you just don't do. At least you didn't do it back in the day. That's Michigan State to Michigan, Michigan to Ohio State, Ohio State to Michigan. Like these are things you just don't do. Can we think of any other rivalries that would be really bad, like Oklahoma to Texas, Texas to Oklahoma? Um, I think that pretty much sums them up for the most part. Be like a basketball player going from Duke to North Carolina or North Carolina to Duke on the men's side, primarily. You just don't do this. You just don't do this. And I got to ask myself, why would this happen? Londynn Jones is from California. Um, she's from Riverside, California. So I get it. She likes California. She likes being in LA. She wants to stay at home. I understand it. But she went to Centennial High School. Where is Centennial? Centennial High School. That school is in. There's actually a couple of Centennial High Schools. There's one in Bakersfield and there's one in Corona. I don't know which one she went to, but she went to Centennial High School. Whichever one she went to, she went to. Let's see if we can figure this out. I'm thinking it's probably the Corona one. Uh, but if I can figure this out before I finish this video, I'll let you know. Nonetheless, she went to Centennial High School, and so she's from the area. I get it. You want to stay in LA. You couldn't have grown up a USC and UCLA fan, though. Like that couldn't have happened. You couldn't be both. You couldn't be both. You are one or you are the other. Now, this lends credence to some information I was given that there was some stuff popping off at UCLA, which was why that mass exodus took place. That mass exodus that took place where they lost half their team to the portal. And that was in large part from what was told to me allegedly that they were not paying their NIL deals, that there was money that was not paid, and the players there were pissed. Okay. So if you were a UCLA fan and you were a UCLA loyalist, maybe that would entice you to say double middle finger to UCLA. I'm going to go to USC. But USC's got issues. USC's got issues. Does Londynn Jones expect to start? I don't know. You just brought in Kara Dunn from Georgia Tech. You got Jazzy Davidson coming in. They're gonna run Jazzy Davidson at the point guard position. They're gonna do it. Like, get out of your feelings. They're gonna run Jazzy Davidson at point guard. She is a legitimate point forward, point guard type of player. She's 6'1". She's not 6'5". They're gonna give her the ball. Your other guard that you still have there, and we'll see now if she decides that she's going to throw her name in the portal. She has one last day to do it. I believe it's tomorrow. She has until tomorrow, and that's Malia Samuels. Malia Samuels is 5'6". Let's see when the deadline for the portal is. It's the 23rd, so 2 days left. She has 2 days left to make a decision because Malia Samuels had been rumored to. I was told she was heading to the portal, and it seemed to have changed. But now, if you're Malia Samuels, you're looking at this and saying, okay, they just brought Londynn Jones. Like, so you got two diminutive now point guards, a 5'4" guard and a 5'6" guard? Huh? Like, you have a never-ending defensive mismatch. Never-ending defensive mismatch. And let's not sit here and act like Londynn Jones was lighting the world on fire for UCLA. Let's not act like she was doing that. She played 3 years at UCLA. She started 31 games this year out of 37. She averaged 8.5 points. Last year, she averaged 11.6 points. She shot 35% from the field. She shot 35% from three. This is a wholly inefficient player offensively that if she can't hit the three, you can't even have her on the court. Like, you can't even have her on the court. 70% of her shots come from three because obviously she's 5'4", and most shots around the basket would probably get swatted. So I got to ask myself, why would USC make this decision? Why would USC bring in another guard that's just too damn small? And that's a question I have that I'm going to leave out there for y'all to answer. And again, you got 2 more days left in the portal because if Malia Samuel sticks around now, I would be surprised. I would be surprised. But at the same time, you're sitting here and you are a UCLA player and you decided I'm going to go to USC. Like, I don't know what y'all think. I don't know about if any of y'all are from LA, if any of y'all are UCLA fans or USC fans, but there ain't a damn way in hell that if I'm at UCLA or USC that I could possibly transfer to the other school. Like the hatred. See, back in the day, the hatred in these rivalries was real. Hatred and rivalries today doesn't exist anymore, and it saddens me because it's not what sports is about. I mean, I know it's stupid to say hatred, but that's kind of what it was. You had a disdain for the other school. Now that doesn't exist. Now it's whoever cuts me a check, and that's part of the problem of what's happened with women's basketball, men's basketball, football, all of it. They will just go to the highest bidder and not think twice about it. They just not think twice. I'm floored by a decision like this. I can't believe someone would make. I can't remember the last time someone from Florida State went to Florida or vice versa. Now I have seen Miami to Florida State to Miami. I've seen Miami to Florida, Florida to Miami. Well, I don't like those schools like that. There's never been, at least there hasn't been in a long time, like that bitter hatred of a rivalry. Like, yeah, I can't stand the Gators. I can tolerate Florida State because we play them, but the Gators don't want to play us. They canceled our annual rivalry game years ago, and then we fit it in once in a blue moon, and we're gonna play them this year. After whooping their ass up in Gainesville last year, and we're gonna whoop their ass again, as I expect. But it's one of those things where you don't. It happens once in a while, but it's happening now because of money. The money is there, but I've not seen Florida to Florida State. If there's any FSU fans out there in football specifically, Have you seen or can you remember the last time a Florida State guy went to Florida or vice versa as a transfer? I got to know, especially someone that played 3 years. It's not like Londynn Jones played a year at UCLA. I was like, man, bump this shit. And she's not from LA. Like, she's from LA. That means you grew up SC or UCLA. You didn't grow up both. At least back how it rolls where I'm from, you can't be both. You're one or the other. You can't be a Yankees fan and a Red Sox fan. Like, you can't be an Eagles fan and a Cowboys fan. Like, that doesn't work that way. You can't like them both, right? So when I look at this situation and the fact that she's from LA means she grew up with one of those teams on her wall, not both. If she did with both, then that's just the most different shit I have ever heard of in sports. But that's the decision she's made. She is heading to USC. I don't know what she brings to USC. I don't see I don't see the fit. She's not going to be the point guard. She could end up being a backup, but you have two tiny guards if Malia Samuels does stick around. I don't know. This is a funny decision to me. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not something that improves USC in any way. It doesn't improve them. But that's what went down today. You let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love to hear what you have to say about this transfer. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. This is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Come on now.